Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Muriel.
And welcome to
Hella in Your 30s. This week, we're doing Backyard Survivor.
Let's do yoga. Let's get fit. Let's do jumping jacks. And we'll get rich. But oops, I found that bottle of gin underneath the sink again. So tomorrow's a new day. Let's order pizza.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hella in Your 30s. This is a podcast for people of all ages, except for children, all about navigating this dystopian world we live in.
This is going to be the best episode ever.
We're very excited.
We have these incredible listeners, Lexi and Cole, who told us to start watching Survivor during quarantine. So did we watch it? Yes. Did we binge all of the episodes and dedicate thousands of hours of our lives to that show and become mega super fans? Of course we did.
Okay, so briefly, Survivor is a reality TV show.
Yes.
All right. It's a game-changing TV show. It's been around for years, like 50 seasons. This is the basic premise. You've got a bunch of people, okay? And they're all different walks of life and styles of people, whatever. Buff people, skinny people, old people, young people, all the things.
Yes.
So they chopper them in to an island, like a tropical island.
Deserted island.
Yeah. So they get dropped off. And they usually get some supplies, like a cooking pot, maybe some chickens, like random things they can grab or barter or whatever. Yeah. And they get dropped off. And they have to build a shelter and get along with each other. Yes. And they get some rice so they can cook their rice and maybe catch some fish. Yeah. And they can forage coconuts. And then they have to like build this shelter and it has to stand up to the rain. And they have to build a fire and do all this stuff. But that's just a very small part of this.
Yes.
Because the bigger part is that they get divided into different tribes and they compete with each other for $1 million.
And the competitions are crazy, like huge physical challenge, really intense, like running through the jungle and climbing stuff and balance things and puzzles and all types of crazy out of this world huge physical monstrosities that they just build.
Right, like they're out in the jungle and they're like, okay, it's time for your first challenge, and they walk through the jungle and there's this like sound stage of like different obstacle courses you have to run through. So the basic idea is that you compete and the tribe that loses has to then go to tribal council and they have to vote off one of their own members. Right. And so as the game goes on, the tribes get smaller and smaller until at the end, there's a handful, maybe 2, maybe 3 people at the end. And one of them gets $1 million. But the way you get it is all of the people that you were instrumental in voting off this entire time are the council that then gets to choose which person gets the $1 million.
Right.
So if you were an asshole the whole time, but you were really buff and strong and you won all the challenges, you can still not get the $1 million because nobody likes you.
Right. So you have to, it's called being a social player, right?
Yes.
So you have to be physical. You have to be smart. You have to be political.
Right.
You know what I
Which
mean?
is what we are. So today, what we're going to do, Nick bought a bunch of crazy shit off of Amazon. We're house sitting in a house that has a backyard. Thank you, Tom and Sarah. Yes. And we are going to do Survivor in our backyard.
Yes.
We're going to compete with each other. We're going to try to figure out if we can build fires. We're going to sleep out there.
Yeah, baby, we're cooking. And we even have Survivor buffs because Lexi and Cole sent us actual Survivor gear.
Yeah.
So this, and they requested we do this episode. So this shit's for you, Lexi and Cole. Thank you for giving us that show. We'll never forgive you for it.
And Nick like planned out like an insane day. Like we're going to get started, but this podcast is going to be recorded over the course of like 12 hours.
Yes.
Now there's a few things we're cheating on.
Pretty much everything.
Like it's really instrumental that like you're not wearing a bra and you're like really hungry and you get bit by mosquitoes and you need to like go walk somewhere to get water. So
we're going to walk inside if we need water.
Yeah, if we need water, we're going to walk inside. If I get sick and tired of being outside getting bit by mosquitoes, I'm going inside to sleep. Right. And we got backup hot dogs in case our food is gross. Because like we have to cook food over a fire and roast some fish. But I mean, what are we talking about here?
I mean, also, it's impossible for us to actually win this because it's just the two of us.
Well, we can't win Survivor, but I can beat you at puzzles.
And I will outmaneuver you outwit. I'll be smarter. You'll be dumber. Boom.
Oh my God. Also, just heads up. I've never built a fire before, so like, there's a lot of firsts going.
Yeah, this is gonna be a nightmare. Yeah, neither of us are gonna survive.
Okay, so to start.
Okay, to start,
we have to flip a coin.
We're gonna do a flip of the coin. Muriel, would you like heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads, which gives me an advantage in our first challenge. Okay, we're outside in a tropical setting, and actually that tree right there, when I came out here, there's this beautiful like bright yellow parrot, I guess, and another bird just straight up attacked it. It was just like a boring old regular bird.
What?
And the parrot flew off like it got super hurt. We're also surrounded by cats, so this is pretty wild and outdoorsy. Okay, so our first challenge, Muriel, is archery. Okay, so this is this Fobo 4.0. It's a dope ass like Nerf gun bow and arrow set.
Wow.
Like it says it goes up to 100 feet. It's like a wind powered bow and arrow. I need you to be way more impressed with that.
I am. I didn't want to interrupt you. You were talking so much.
Okay, great. So this is our what's it called? Not a course, but this is our targets. Okay.
So I'm gonna hit that watering can.
So we have 3 targets. Okay. So you got to hit 3. You have 6 tries to hit 3 of them. Okay. And that might be way too hard. I have no idea if it's we haven't practiced yet, so I have no idea if this thing is good or not.
Okay, I'm very
so
excited.
Target 1 is close but kind of small. It's that coffee can.
Okay.
Target 2 is medium length but medium sized, and it's the watering pot thing.
Yeah.
And then 3 is that big old bucket on the chair. Okay.
Dang, Nick, you really set this up.
I know, and my advantage that I got from flipping the coin is I get to choose if I go first or you go first.
Oh, what are you going to choose?
I'm choosing you go first so I can watch
jerk.
to see how it moves, you know what I mean?
Okay.
To see if it's actually shoots straight. Okay,
oh my
you ready
goodness.
for this?
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
we're going to get on Survivor. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay, Muriel's taking her first shot. She asked, how do you aim? Here we go. She pulls back and, ooh, close. That was real damn close, Muriel. Good job. She missed it, but it was close.
Stop.
Oh, so close. She shoot the hell out of this thing. Okay, okay. Oh, she's going for the medium-sized one. Gave up on the.
You're not going to be able to do this.
Here we go.
Okay, I used all of my arrows and I literally hit nothing.
It was you got real close.
I don't think you could do this.
I don't
but
think
if
I
you
can
can, I'm
either.
going to be really mad.
Okay, let's see.
All right, Nick is saddling up. He's getting his bows in. I am furious, seething. It's a pretty hard. I think it pulls. We'll see. Okay, ready? Firing 1. No, not even close. Just kidding. It was pretty close. Okay, number 2. There he goes. Right, not in the cut. All right, number 3, baby. You can do this. You're trying for the watering can.
Okay, so when I watched you do it, I was like, oh, it really curves to the right.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing it. It's just like going so far to the right.
Yeah.
We're never going to be able to hit anything.
Okay, well, we might have to adjust. You're not done with your arrows yet.
I know. I'm just.
You have 3.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Pulling back the bow, getting started, squaring up his shoulders. Here he goes. Okay, to the right. Okay, ready? And going for the bucket.
Oh God! I honestly thought we'd be able to do that.
Okay, well, I think that I have a plan.
I have a
I have a
pitch
plan.
too.
Okay, I have a
what's
pitch.
yours?
We're going to put a little bullseye on the side of this wall, and then we're going to dip the tips in water, and we're going to see who gets closest.
Oh, that's smart. I was gonna say one of us just stands out there and we'll see if we can
Hit the other one?
Yeah, hit the person.
Okay, so we adjusted for our sad failures, and we changed the things around. So apparently we're not able to hit any sort of target.
Yes.
So we just made a big board, and we're going to try to hit that board.
Whoever gets closest to the center of the board.
Yes. It's like a target. We're
is a
not able to
target.
hit our objects. I think that's
Right.
the thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was, I don't know. It was really bad.
Yeah, it was probably the worst. That was worst case scenario. I thought I was going to get them all in 3 arrows.
Yeah, me too, for sure. Have you ever shot a real bow and arrow?
I think so.
yeah.
Like when I was like 6.
Yeah, I did in summer camp, like up until I was like, maybe I did it like for a couple years.
Yeah.
When I was like 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
I was pretty good.
You're awfully cute in that headband you have
In
going
my
on.
buff. Okay, this is garbage. So we're 10 feet away from the target, and Muriel missed 3 out of 6 times, but one of them hit pretty close to the bullseye.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I think I got this. So my first 5 shots completely missed. I have 1 shot left to get even remotely close to the bullseye, let alone hit the stupid sign. Are you actually kidding me right
Nick,
now?
$1 million is on the line.
Here we go.
Alrighty, squaring up. He is loading the arrow onto the tip, and he's praying. His hair is blowing in the wind, blah de blah. Here he goes. Can he do it? Over 6, baby.
Okay.
Wait, that means I won.
You won the archery challenge hardcore, which gives you an advantage in our next challenge.
How are you feeling psychologically?
Damaged, destroyed, defeated. That was rough. I feel like the big loss was in choosing that stupid Nerf bow and arrow thing.
Hey man, I hit the thing a couple times. I'm not worried about it.
You did great.
Thank you very much.
Stupid asshole.
You know what sucks though is that whatever advantage this is makes no sense. There are
What?
3 puzzles. They're all block puzzles.
Oh, we haven't said what our next thing is.
Oh.
It's a puzzle challenge. Okay, another staple of the Survivor universe is who's good at putting together puzzles.
So typically speaking, if you're not good at archery, you're kind of good at puzzles. You know, like you're a brain,
right.
right? Now, neither one of us are not brains.
Either one of us are not brains. I don't know. Okay, so
I have this
I
feeling
can't
like
deal with double negatives right now.
yeah, I can't deal with that heat. We
We
went
came
inside.
We already came up. It's too hot outside. We're like, we're not sweating and doing the puzzles. We're going inside. We're like blaming it on our podcast recording. We're like, the machine's too warm.
The machine's too hot. We've got to go inside.
We're sweating.
Plus, we're sweating. Okay, so there are 4 puzzles.
Yes, and this is the advantage that you've got because you won the archery challenge. There's 4. We're each going to do 2, but you get to choose which 2 I do and which 2 you do.
Yeah,
And
but they're all just block puzzles.
no, they're different. This one's like a little sphere. This one has a
I
bunch
know,
of
but
different sizes to it.
You tell me
This
which
one's
one do you think
weird.
are the hardest ones out of the 4?
I don't want to, but that's part of this strategy. Also, maybe you're playing strategy right now. Maybe you're trying to get in my head. Maybe this is a little angle you're trying to work here to get me to think they're all the same.
I'm so excited to be done with this part and be into the Mai Tai is drinking in the tent part. Okay. You're going to do this one you already messed up
Oh my God. Yeah.
because you can't really know what's up with that. And then
Yeah.
I guess you can do this one.
Okay, great. So Mira's got her 2. I've got my 2. I'm going to turn on the air conditioning.
And then we're also going to time this.
Yes.
So this is what we're going to do.
What?
We're going to time it
Mm-hmm.
and see if either one of us can solve one of these in a minute.
1 minute? There's literally no way. I mean, you got to do at least 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
At the
Okay.
very least. It's more
Whoever
like 10.
wins. So it's like and we'll do it by puzzle. So we're going to do it by like timing. So if I have 30 seconds
Yeah.
in my first puzzle and I solve it, and then the other one takes me 5 minutes, then my time is 5:30 for both.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I mean, that's how it would be if you just let it go.
Oh, wait, you're right.
I thought what you were doing was setting up some rules so we aren't stuck here doing puzzles for the next 45 minutes.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so we'll see if you want to just see what we can do in 10 minutes.
No, yeah. We're just going to see what we can do in 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, my God. Jeff Probst must be like rolling in his grave right now.
Man's still alive.
Yeah, well, we'll see. After he listens to this podcast. He might throw himself in the ocean.
Okay, here we go. Okay, we had to check back in. So also these puzzles I got off Amazon are just like the cheapest pieces of garbage.
They're kind of, I'm going to correct you on that one.
Yeah.
I think that they're more difficult. They're too difficult for us. They are 6 and up, but we can't figure out how to get them undone.
I think this is just poorly made. That they should. We got 4 of them. 2 of them actually came apart, so you can put them back together. These other 2 are just like glued together. That's not. We're not. It's not us.
You're saying that, but it's not. It's fit together like a bunch of blocks. You can get it apart. I got mine apart.
Right, but you can't get that one apart, and you can't get that one apart. Neither of us can do it.
What's your point, man?
My point is that these things, it's not our fault that we can't even put the puzzles together because we can't take them apart.
Well, I think we should try to get the ones that we got apart back together.
I do too.
Stop being huge babies.
Okay, good.
And if we can't do that, then we're going to do puzzles on our phones.
All right, here we go. You want to get this timer started?
Here we go. Nick and Muriel try to put together 2 squares.
How many minutes are we in?
We are 7 minutes in.
Oh, that's it?
And I literally haven't made any progress.
I haven't made a single. I haven't even put together one thing that makes sense. Not even close.
I think we just failed an IQ test.
I hate puzzles. I kind of like jigsaw puzzles. This is like, what is going on here?
We're having to adjust down so hard.
I don't know. I guess I figured I'd kind of be able to do it.
I thought you would. Sorry.
I remember Monty tried to teach me the Rubik's Cube, and I was just like, you have to stop. Like, it just put me to sleep. It just like killed my brain.
No, it was so funny to watch because he'd show you like one move, and then you'd be like, okay. And he would go back, you got it? And you're like, I need you to slow down, man. And then he'd do it again, like hella slower. And then you put this piece over here, and you're like, no, man, I need you to just go one thing at a time. And then he did that. And then at the end, he goes, man, are you kidding?
It's like that, but times 20 for me with this. I mean, I would trade you for a little bit just to see if
I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something completely different.
you don't even want to wait till last.
We're doing a word game. Normally, survivor puzzles are like, spell out the words like, you know, climb to the top of the mountain to survive. Or like survivor. Like catch, kill, and release. You know, I mean, they're like simple word games.
Catch, kill, and release.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm good at word games either.
But you said you wanted to find one on. You want to do a phone puzzle thing?
I think we have to do something besides what we're doing right now because I'm getting so annoyed by this.
This is horrible. Okay. Let's look
I
for
think
our phones.
so far you and I are a fat Sandra.
What does that mean?
We are just Sandra all the way. We are Sandra.
Oh, right. Everyone loves us or hates us, but can't figure out how to get rid of us.
Yeah, and we can't do
well.
anything.
Well, we fast forwarded ahead to the Mai Tai drinking part of this, and we found some games on our phone.
Yes.
And we played anagrams and
4 in a row.
Connect 4, whatever
Something,
it's called.
whatever. Nick won both of them the entire time. He did a great job. He won all the Connect 4s.
And I won all the anagrams.
You didn't win all the anagrams.
I won 2 out of 3
Yes.
anagrams, and I won 2 out of 3 Connect 4s.
Yeah. How do you feel?
All I want to do is hit a stupid target with a stupid bow and arrow. I don't care about dumb games. I want to hunt with a Nerf.
Well, we had 2 wipeouts, but nobody really won.
What do you mean?
Meaning,
Oh,
like,
yeah, the
the
archery
game
thing?
was that if I won the archery,
You totally won the archery.
I mean, I wiped you out on the archery. And You
Yeah.
wiped me out on the internet phone games.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So we're kind of 1-1.
Okay. Well, I think it might be a good time for us to start building our camp.
Are you excited about that?
I'm very excited. So we're house sitting at this house, and we did get a text of instructions on where they keep their tent and sleeping bags. However, upon first reading, I was like, what? Those instructions made no sense.
Also, they might be covered in spiders.
So all of this is sort of like Survivor, because a lot of times they'll get a thing that'll help their camp, but there's like a clue.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
It is like Survivor.
So his probably not even very cryptic text is going to be our clue, and we're going to figure it out, and we're going to work together.
It's cryptic to people who don't own homes and don't know how to set up tents.
and talk about like crawl spaces and like side things and the spare key, and it was just sounded like a bunch of mumbo jumbo to me. So we're going to work together to do this, and we have to both play a social game, okay? Because we don't want the other person to vote ourselves off. You know what I mean here?
I think mainly you're just trying to say, like, let's not fight about it.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be lovely?
We're not going to fight about it.
I don't think we are either. I'm in a great mood. I don't
know.
know. I just thought maybe you were intimidated because I smoked you so bad in
Yeah,
these
you
games.
literally couldn't hit a target with a Nerf gun from 10 feet away. I'm not feeling that bad.
All right. Well, let's read this text off the air so our crazy listeners don't come and rob them for their tents.
No.
So, that's another thing in Survivor. You have to keep your information hidden from certain people. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just trying to play the game. Outwit, outlast, outplay.
Nice, Nick. Good reference.
Thank
Jeez
you.
Louise.
Are you going to put your buff back on?
No.
Mine's sliding up the top of my head.
It's very fun.
Okay, good. All right. This is a legitimate adventure.
Okay, so we found this is like a little door, kind of like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
We found a little door.
It's a secret.
We did argue about that, but now we're not arguing, and that's in the past, and that's buried.
Yeah, and we figured out where the south was also.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Well, Nick says, well, the sun rises in the west and sets in the east, so this is south. And I was like, those things aren't true.
But I was right, though.
But you were, no.
This is the south wall.
That's not what the instructions even are talking about.
They say the south wall, Mariel.
They say that the chest is on the south wall, not the entrance is on the south wall.
I know that.
Fool, this is the door.
Come on, go in,
Oh
fool.
my God,
go
I'm
in.
so scared. Okay, hold on.
Okay, you want me to go first?
Yes.
All right.
So we're going in, but we had to figure out what wall is the south wall, and I don't think that that's possible. Do you have a compass?
Well, this is definitely the south wall.
You don't know that.
Look, I can see tents.
Well, if you see tents, then get tents. He said it's in a chest, though, dude. Not out. He says it's in a chest. It's not out.
I think this is the chest.
He says it's locked.
No, he only gave us one key. It was for the door that we just opened.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what do you think these are? These are clearly-
Okay, and then there's supposedly, oh my goodness, is this a...
I don't know what this is. I think this is grab it all.
Okay. I'm so glad I have my buff on because it's protecting me from all the spiders.
Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, Paul. What? That's cool. I'm just hanging out
Get
under
that
the
pad
space.
though,
What?
dude.
Well, let's use the pads that are on the nice chairs. I'm not grabbing that.
Get
gross-
that
I don't want
pad, the
that pad.
canvas pad, homie.
Oh, this thing?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know,
What
what
is
is
that
that?
even for?
Sleeping pad?
I don't think so.
Oh no, those are chair things. All right. Do you see a sleeping bag?
No.
All right, if that's not the chest, it's on your head.
Well, I'll look on over here.
Because the thing is, he said south wall.
This is the south wall.
It's just the only thing that's down here also.
Oh no! Look, he's got some wine hidden over there.
Ooh, we found Tom's wine
He's
cellar.
definitely hiding that from us.
Holla.
All right, that's it. My back is hurting.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Well, keeping with the wild outdoors themes, the cats are.
They're massacring a grasshopper that we saw that was very big and very cool, but we're going to let nature take its course. They've already killed several mice, but for some reason, this one feels way more tender.
It's a huge. I mean, it's the biggest grasshopper. It's like 4 inches long. It looks like a dinosaur. This cat is just playing with it, killing it. Oh, bit it. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Just throwing it in there, biting it. Oh,
I'm not going to watch this. Stop,
Okay.
stop.
That's
Okay,
why.
this is
well,
good.
it's happening right where we want.
Oh, he ate it.
Yeah, he's literally swallowing
He's
it.
literally eating it.
Oh, no, he spit it back out.
Well,
He does not like to kill his prey. He definitely likes to play with it. I guess they say that about cats.
Well, we did feed him like half a can of wet food and a bunch of dry food. So.
Oh, he's just crunching it up.
Okay, stop. Okay,
Okay,
now
so-
we're gonna do a tent.
We have to do the tent where the corpse of the grasshopper is.
Mm-hmm.
So we did decide that together. We naturally came to the same conclusion.
What are you even talking about? Okay, hold on.
What?
Listen, we are gonna pitch a tent,
Yes.
and we haven't decided who's the leader yet, and we have to do that. But I think because you won the puzzles, you're the leader.
Well,
and
the
you
puzzles,
can choose who does it.
Right. Well, the puzzles definitely get me a.
Oh my god, this cat is just eating this grasshopper.
It's so intense. Okay. Well, the puzzles get me an advantage in the final fire challenge that happens after we get our camp set up.
So I think what I'm in the mood for. This is what I'm in the mood for. We're in this position, right?
Uh-huh.
This is what happens when you're in Survivor and the copter drops you off and you like get into like the beautiful tropical island.
Yes.
Is that somebody naturally presents themselves as the leader.
Yes.
And the team that works the best always usually wins. They do a good job. The team with the most aggressive leader usually fails.
Uh-huh.
Right? And the good thing about having a team with an aggressive leader who fails is that you get an alpha out right away because everyone will vote them out.
Right.
So now we're in a really unique position because we have to pitch a tent and there's two of us and we can either, I think what we should do is not tell each other and vote who they think the leader can be, and you can vote for yourself or you can vote for the other person, and then we'll count the votes. And if the votes are split, then we'll do a coin toss as the tiebreaker, okay?
This is what
that person's in charge of telling the other person what to do and where they're going to pitch the tent.
Okay, I like that idea. Here's just a counter offer, and then we can see where we lie.
Yeah, we already see.
pull out the tent, and we see if it just makes sense at all, and see if one person sort of naturally emerges as the leader.
So here's my thing. I want to do the other thing.
I think that makes you the leader.
Am I the leader?
Yeah, that just made you the leader.
I want to vote.
All right, so we're each gonna write down.
Listen, you don't want to vote. You just
Okay,
want to
let's
make me
just
the
do it.
leader.
Let's
Am I
just-
being too aggressive?
Let's just
I'm
do it
being
behind
too
her back.
aggressive.
Look, let's just do it behind her back.
Okay,
Okay.
1 for me, 2 for you.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
We both voted for Muriel. Muriel's the leader. You better not fuck this up. I want to camp up quick. Let's go, leader.
Okay.
It's time for
But
you
I
to show
also
your
get to
skills.
tell you what to do, so that's good.
Oh, wow. So different than usual when there's logistics involved. I wonder how we'll handle this scenario.
You know, you're acting like that's a diss on me, but it's also a diss on you.
I
Okay,
know.
let's go.
Hilarious. Also, I also would like to say that you changed how you're wearing your buff. You kind of gave yourself a bun and put it up, and now you look extra super duper like you're actually on the show Survivor.
Well, I got really pumped up. Right now, we've had 2 Mai Tais, and we're about to build a tent.
Yes.
Which I literally don't know how to do, but I voted for myself because I want to see if I can do it.
All right, what's our first move, leader?
The first move is flying too close to the sun.
That tent is set up. We did it.
Okay, I was really excited
Uh-huh.
to try to do it myself, but the minute I tried, I gave up.
Well, it also didn't help that I just went and sat in the little lounge chair and like kicked back. You're like, you're helping me.
Well, I didn't know what I was doing.
We did good.
But
We've
we
never
fe-
set up a tent before.
No, not together.
And I was at like 85% at least a possibility of us just not being able to do it.
Yeah, me too. It's a nice tent. Tom
I'm
and
so proud
Sarah.
of it. It's so good looking. Look at it. It's
I
all
know.
like taut, and we really did it. And we put the cushions from the lounge chairs in there, and like I feel like it's the real deal.
I have an irrational fear of what's going to happen to us sleeping in this tent.
Oh,
like
like
I
what?
want to put this range thing on because I don't want people to see us.
Yeah, I think that's kind of
Is
irrational.
that crazy? It's a little crazy. We're in a
definitely pretty
fenced-in yard.
crazy.
Okay.
It's definitely a little crazy. I think it'll also make it really stuffy. That's like a pretty thick, like rain protector.
I know, but I'm terrified of bears.
There's no bears.
All
How
right.
could you be terrified? You're our leader supreme. You did such a good job.
I'm only the leader in the tent thing. Now I'm done being the leader. And I wasn't even the leader. I was a good delegator, though, right?
You did very good.
Did I make you feel good about like making choices?
We didn't fight at all.
Well, we fought a little bit.
Afterwards, we fought a little bit. But the tent itself. We didn't fight during the setting up of the tent.
Well, it was very pleasant. They were like, oh, I think this is the center. Okay. Well, I was thinking we should put the two knobs over here.
Yeah.
That's good. Is this too tight? No. I think this is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
We were very polite.
Yeah, I think we did a great job. I'm super proud of us.
Yeah.
And then our fight got, what's it called? Fixed?
Escalated?
Yes, and then it got...
Resolved.
There you go. And now we're chilling again. I think it's time to build some fires, which, okay, so I bought 2 Flint fire starters off Amazon, okay?
Yeah.
One of them is a top-rated one, and it comes with instructions. The other one is some bootleg thing, no instructions. And whoever was the winner of the puzzles gets the advantage of choosing which Flint thing they get in our fire building competition. I was the winner.
I hate that.
I was the puzzle master.
You were the puzzle master. Nick beat me in four in a row. What is it called?
Connect Four,
Connect
yeah.
Four a bunch of times.
So I'm going to pick the one with instructions, okay, and you get the other one, all right? And then we're going to see if either of us can start a fire. And if we can't, then we're both going to share the instructions and watch YouTube videos and try to figure it out.
Okay, I like this. You know
Yeah.
what's so funny about
What?
this is that every time we try to do anything except for the tent, we failed.
Right, we're on a win streak now. Well, we got the tent. Mm-hmm. Okay. I feel like the thing about failing at the archery and the puzzles, I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
No.
I bought crappy things off Amazon.
Well, I also lost to you in online puzzles.
Yeah, I mean, I beat you in that. But I mean the things that we both couldn't do at all.
I did the archery thing. Don't try to get it twisted. I got the archery thing. I did a lot better than you.
I can't even say that that's wrong. As much as I want to. You hit the sign and I didn't hit anything.
I hit it 3 times.
That's true. Oh, damn it.
And one of them was really close to the bullseye.
Stop.
And the bullseye was only a tiny little post-it, so I was very close.
I'm going to shoot you with that Nerf gun in
If
your
you
sleep
can find
tonight.
it, literally, you're not going to be able to. It's going to literally turn around and hit you in the face. You're like, how did I kill the grasshopper again?
You're horrible. Yeah, the cat spat the grasshopper out as soon as it was dead and then just walked away from it.
I can't. It's radio, right? I mean, that's what we're listening to
It's a
right now. It's a
podcast.
podcast. I literally can't describe what it's like to have a conversation with a cat that's destroying the most beautiful grasshopper. Because there's this other thing. That grasshopper's been hanging around for days.
Yeah.
Like, we know that grasshopper. We were, like, walking around it. It's, like, prehistoric.
At
It
one
blends
point,
into-
Muriel thought it was a baby bird.
I thought it was a baby bird.
Like 2 days
like
ago.
It's huge. It's
Yeah.
massive. It's like 4 inches long. And to listen to this cat just like crunch it, and the cat's not even trying to eat it. It just feels good like a scratch post. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm going to just sharpen my little wild feral ass teeth on this glorious grasshopper.
Yeah.
So we're talking and it was just like in the background. It was really disturbing. I know we reacted, but
Yeah.
if you could have heard it,
Yeah.
I think you would have been like, man, that's intense.
All right. Should we get on with our fire making? I think it's time, huh?
Yeah, it's dusk.
Yeah. Oh, it is dusk. It's a really romantic time for a little fire, or to just get really, really frustrated.
Nothing is going to be romantic. We interrupt this episode of Survivor to bring you the results of our Patreon raffle.
It's not even the results. This is happening live, baby. Okay, everyone who signed up by July 4th was put in a raffle. They're going to win some gear. I'm going to pull one. Muriel's going to pull one.
I'm so excited. This is
Hear
a
that? Ruffle
manila envelope, 80 names in this bucket.
Yes, here we go. Muriel, pick one. I got one.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I've got Rachel S.
And I've got John L. Oh my God. You guys won some shirts. We will be contacting you shortly.
And we also have some special thank yous. We have 3 people from our Patreon who've been super hardcore VIP supporters for a long time.
Yes.
And we just wanted to reach out and say thank you. So, Dana, girl, we are sending you a shirt. And James and Janelle.
Boy and girl, we are sending you a shirt.
Thank you so much to all of you for supporting us on Patreon. Y'all have been helping us buy firewood for our fires.
Yeah, right. You're keeping us warm, baby. All right. Sign up for our Patreon. You unlock exclusive episodes, and we do giveaways and raffles and fun shit like that. Those Patreon dollars go directly to the things that make this podcast fun, like Nerf guns.
And tacos.
And White Claws. Okay, Mira just said, this is very fun.
Okay, I am a fire starter. I don't know about you. Like the, what are those guys? Depeche Mode? I am the fire starter. I am the fire starter.
Okay. You said it a bunch of times. I still don't know.
Or
that
maybe
makes
Chemical
sense.
Brothers? One
I
of the
don't know
things.
what you're talking about.
Okay, listen.
Muriel's like, you know what the thing is? I've watched a lot of Alone and a lot of Survivor, and I just really want to try to do this.
So part of me, I'm feeling really competitive about this. But here's the thing. I have a lot of hubris because I know that you started fires by yourself. And I know that you know how to make a fire.
Yeah.
And my technique is really different than yours.
Yeah.
And mine, I already know, is only from watching TV.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that you're going to make a fire before me.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is I actually want to see if I can just make a fire.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Me too. I just did one practice little swipe of the flint, and there wasn't even anything close to resembling a spark. So I was like, whoa, yikes. So, okay, do we want to talk about our techniques? We have our beginning things built. So Muriel has...
I have a pyre.
So there's a lot of sticks involved already.
I know. And
Yeah.
you have 0 sticks
I just have I just want to get a flame going, and then I'll add sticks slowly but surely. That's my technique.
Okay. So mine is I built a little pyramid of sticks.
Yeah.
And then I'm putting stuff underneath the sticks that are of like different incendiary qualities.
Good terms, Muriel. Wow, you're really blossoming in this environment.
So I haven't opened my flint at all. I have no idea if it even works. But I feel like my technique for the fire is stronger than my knowledge of a technique of a fire. You know what I mean?
You definitely came around the corner with the machete, and you're like, I'm going to use this. Is that okay?
Yeah, and you were like, I don't want that. But then it's way heavier than I thought it was. I'm not that strong.
Well, your fire resembles very much the kind of fire I would build if I had flame already.
Are you trying to nag me?
No. I'm trying to psychologically dominate you.
I don't want any advice. I'm going to try to do this myself. I've never done it before. So I think this is my prediction.
Yeah.
I think you're probably going to win in terms of time.
Yeah.
But I think I might be able to start a fire. And if I can,
you're going to be pumped.
I'm going to be super pumped.
Yeah. You're just in it for the love of the game.
Yeah. And you're going to have to cook your fish on your fire and your rice on your fire. And I'm going to cook mine on mine.
No, that's not true because we haven't even got to that part for our listeners. But whoever starts a fire first is the head chef and the other person is the
I've
sous
done
chef.
with this competition thing. You keep smoking me. I'm not going to do this. We're going to do completely different.
This might be archery
fires.
all over again.
These might be complete. I don't know. Different fires and different food.
Okay, so we're going to be separate tribes.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to do that. We'll just see how it goes.
You don't want to do it because you want. No.
I want to hang out with you.
I don't. Our fires are literally a foot and a half away from each other.
Yeah.
All we're doing is going like, don't look at my fire.
Quit.
Because we're so
Eyes on your own
close.
paper. Okay. All right. Should we just start?
I think so.
All right. I think I'm ready to at least see if I can get any sparks going. With
Me
this
too.
thing.
But
All
I'm
right.
not ready for that. I'm going to gather more things.
Oh, you're still gathering.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start sparking.
Okay, bye.
Muriel's got an ember going. You babying that ember, Muriel? Is it happening? You blew it.
I didn't blow it out. It just went out. It wasn't strong.
Ah, that was pretty good though. Muriel's getting some. Ooh, look at that flame. You're close.
I think I'm close. We watch so many TV shows.
Why can't I be famous? Come on, baby. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh, there! Look at that. I'm like riveted. I'm riveted.
I'm riveted.
You're gonna get it. Yours is like
No.
hella sparkly.
Do you want to trade them?
No. I want you to get this right now. There you go.
Whoop.
That was a full flame.
Oh, yours is like, oh, I see. Yours is different than mine. Okay, so Nick is striking. He's got a little, yeah, you got a lot. I think you could hit this. But what's your plan? Like, do you have other sticks you're going to put on top?
These guys right here.
Okay. How does this feel for you?
You know, it's like the sparks are going. The sparks are flying. But I just don't feel close to a flame.
But you're so close.
It doesn't feel that close. It feels like
I
so
think
close but so far.
Yeah. Woo, yours has big sparks, dude.
I thought yours had big
Man, we are just out here doing this thing. I think this is going to be like a... Nick, you're like almost catching this every single time. I think you need more grass, dude.
I think I gotta find more drier things. I need like a big like bird's nest size of very dry, very thin grass. I don't know. I have to do a better job looking.
Okay, he's gone. But good check-in. I like that. We're so close. Okay, so I'm going to do a radio thing. The sun is setting.
Mm-hmm.
We were both trying. We've been doing this for like maybe 40 minutes, and we're not super successful, but we're getting kind of close.
We've got
And
some flames a couple times.
We've got some flames a couple times. I don't think we have the right kindling. We did the bird's nest that I learned about on TV and like a couple other things. I think the cheaper ferro rod is better than the one that you have.
It's more fireworky. It's definitely throwing off a lot of sparks.
So really all that to say, we've decided to combine forces.
Yeah, we got to work together on this.
Because it's way too hard. We've been doing this forever. So we've got a fire pit, we've got sticks, we've got grass, we've got all the kinds of stuff. But what we're trying to find is small, little, delicate things. The other thing that's happening is the 2-yard cats are staring at us and they do not know what's happening. And I love that. So I think I'm going to shave some coconuts.
Yeah.
And you're going to look for some grass. And we need to find something even smaller than what we have.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Because the few times that we've gotten a flame, we'll like grab like a clump and put it on, and then it'll just be like a leaf or something too big.
Yeah, or like
I
put a lavender clump on there, and it was smelled really good, but was not the right thing. Okay.
All right, we're working together.
We're working together in tenderness and love, and you're going to find grass, and I'm going to shave a coconut. Okay,
all right, I
let's
love
go.
it. Hear that crackling fire?
We have 2 fires.
It was wow, and there was just a lot of combustion.
Yeah, there's a lot of combustion.
We got into a big fight.
We got into a big fight because here's the thing. I learned something tonight. Okay.
Okay.
So one thing is that I've never made a fire before.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to make my own fire.
Yes.
And then we started doing it together.
Right.
And then I got the job of finding grass to put on the fire to help Nick tend the fire, and I got super sad, but that was my own fault because I didn't advocate for myself. So then we got the together fire done.
That one's going.
And then I made my own fire.
And then Mira was like, you know what? All I wanted to do was make my own fire. And I was like feeling bad because I like basically pulled a classic Survivor like dickhead move.
I really wanted to make
Mira-
it in here, and I wanted to do it my way, and I had a tent of sticks.
Yeah, right. So then we went over to like the other fire pit. And then Miro got the spark going, and then I kind of like swooped in and took over. Just like classic douche move.
Well, in Survivor, that's how people get in fights. They're really hungry, and then somebody's like, well, I'll do it. And, they're not being mean. But, everybody's like,
well, she got the
sensitive.
spark started, and then he swooped in and acted like, okay, it's now my turn to give everyone directions.
Right,
what
which
to
is
handle
definitely
next.
a Survivor thing.
And I totally pulled that. Well, I got to be honest. I got carried away in the moment. Don't know if I've been as devoted to a thing I don't know when the last time I had more riding on these embers turning into flames.
It was pretty exciting.
We did a good job.
I know, but I kind of made this fire really fast. So
okay, so that's the other thing. So we
me?
So what happened was it took us after about an hour, we had a really big fire going that we basically did ourselves, right? I mean, did together.
Yes.
And then Muriel was like, I wanted to do one alone, and I feel like you just bossed me around at the end, and we got into a fight. It was really sensitive and terrible. And then I was like, okay, and I was like, well, I will help you do this other one. I'll be like any kind of assistant you need. And you're like, no, I want to do it alone. And I said, okay. And then I got this fire really going strong, and I looked over and you had your fire completely lit in probably 7 minutes.
I did it.
You did it in way faster.
But I was like a mad fire.
Yeah, you know I called it a spite fire.
Yeah, it was a spite fire. It's just kind of like a fight hike.
Yeah, right.
Spite fire.
Sometimes you just got to get the flames burning. Wow. All right. Well, we did it.
I can't believe it. We did it. We used the ferro rods. No paper. We did it with grass. We fought. We have a bunch of splinters. But we made 2 fires.
Open. Yeah.
And you know what?
What?
It only really took us a couple hours.
I think it took not a couple. It took us 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Yeah. Well, people are on Survivor and they can't make a fire for a day.
Yeah, right.
This is legit. No, but I have never tried to do this except for watching TV. So I want to say this to everybody out there.
Yeah.
If you're watching TV and you're like, I think I can do that, maybe you can't, but just give it a shot.
You know what? And the the Summer Olympics are coming up. So just watch them, see who's cool, Simone Biles, whatever, and just go for it. Do some backflips.
I'm just saying, I watched every season of Alone.
Yes, I know.
And I've watched hella seasons of Survivor, and I have never been camping as an adult, and I have never made a fire as an adult or ever. And I learned a few things, like how to make a bird's nest out of grass and what size kindling you need and blah, 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 blah. And I fucking did it.
And the reality of it is, regardless of the tone that I might have for comedic effect, I'm truly proud of you.
I can't believe it. I've never made a fire on my own.
You did it really fast too. You did great.
I only did it because I was really mad.
So now
yes,
we go into the final, well, I guess sleeping will be the final frontier. I don't know. Or defending ourselves against whatever bear is or whatever things
I'm super afraid of.
But we're going to cook some food now.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to make some rice in these fires, and we have some tilapia.
We still have to cut open these coconuts also.
Oh, and we're going to cut open these coconuts. That's going to be scary. All right. Do we have a plan? I think we should start.
Do we have a plan
for how to cook this food?
You had a feeling about what you thought, and I have a feeling about what I think. So I think we're not on the same page, but that's because we're warring tribes.
Muriel's a changed woman.
This is so fun.
Yes.
I cannot believe I made a fire. I'm so into it. I know. But I've never done it before ever.
I know. No,
and you
it's
make
beautiful.
them at your grandma's house and you do such a good job.
Well, I'm good at making fires, but I've definitely never made one without matches or a lighter.
But you did do it.
Well, we did one together after we really used all of our brain power to figure out what thing in the yard was lighting on fire the best and how to do the thing and to not blow down. You have to blow from the side to get the embers going.
Yeah.
We really, there was a lot. It was a lot of teamwork. And then you took all that information, just went off on your own and freaking nailed it.
Well, you got me some grass.
I did get you some grass, I guess. Okay, so the rice is going. We're going to try to open these coconuts.
Yeah, so it's
this
dark
is the dangerous
right now.
thing. I feel like we could really jack ourselves up really hard.
So the Montgomery family way to do this is to hit it with a hammer until it busts open. But that means you don't get any good milk.
I want to try to get the milk because I feel like that's a major Survivor thing is like drinking coconut water.
So now you're going to have to figure out how to do that.
Fuck, dude. That
you
sucks. I'm scared. That machete seems dull. And I don't want to use a quality blade of Tom's on a coconut and
No, definitely don't do that.
Yeah,
there's an old machete.
His old machete.
Tom, don't be mad at us. We're not being that crazy.
Machete. It's a badass machete, but I feel like it's not going to work. I mean, I guess I'll just try. But I have a question for you, Muriel. What is the goal? Is the goal to can I drill in here like to the bottom of it? Do you chop off the top? Like, what do you do to?
My entire life,
Yeah.
my dad has gotten coconuts from the store.
Yeah.
And then he puts it in the backyard and he busts it with a hammer. I don't know what else to do.
But you've watched.
What is the goal? The goal is to bust the coconut.
How about this? Listen to all that water in there. Let's try to use our collective brain power and try to remember what they did on Survivor.
Here's the thing. I
What?
want to do it my way. You should do it your way. I learned my thing. I'm advocating for myself.
Okay.
Let me just do my own thing.
All right.
Give me that
Enjoy
coconut.
your stupid coconut busting. Muriel got the stupid coconut water in 1 second, hammering it. Listen to all that water dripping out. I'm so jealous of you.
Just use the hammer. Man.
Montgomery style I almost said tropodice, like tropical paradise. Whatever. Okay, I'm so mad at you. Will you do that for mine?
I'll do anything for you.
You won't do anything. Your stick barbecuing pitchforks. It worked until it just didn't.
Hold on. I think we took. Okay, here's the thing. I made these things. I soaked some skewers in some water, and then I wrapped them in tinfoil, and I made these like trident sort of stabby things.
Yeah.
And then I wrapped them onto sticks with the tinfoil, and they both fell off. And mine fell off first, and that was probably a very spectacular fail. And then Nick's fell off, and it was on fire in the fire.
Yeah.
And Nick said, "Muriel, grab that." And I was like, "I can't."
Well, you had the tongs.
Yeah, but I just felt like I couldn't. Also, my feet and knees are covered in fish juice. And Nick told me I had to take a shower before I got in the tent, but that's not what Survivor's about.
We already said we were going to take showers.
We never said that.
You're taking a shower.
You're making that
We're
up.
taking
I'm
a
going
shower.
into that. I'm going into that bare ass.
No.
Why did that not work?
Because we were just like holding it down, and then I think as the fish got tender, it wasn't as firm, so it got.
It was like a pretty bad plan. It was a very bad plan on my part. Now, I'm going to add into this.
What?
Can I tell you the thing that drives me the most insane about Alone, which is the other show I like to watch, and Survivor?
Yes.
They don't have any salt.
So we're gonna eat this with no salt today.
Yeah.
So we did put some coconut in our rice to get it nice and flavored.
Did we even talk about cracking the coconuts?
Well,
we did, right?
we checked in for a second. Your hammer thing works really well. I just cracked with a hammer, and then I just poured a bunch of it into a cup and then a bunch of it into my mouth. And
Yeah.
I got to drink it, and it was delicious. I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, that was like, it's a weird thing because you asked me, will that work? And then I said, I don't know. That's how my dad used to do it. And then you were like, well, it sounds stupid. And, the truth is, it kind of does. But you were like, okay, well, do you have another way of opening it? And I was like, no, I don't know any other way. And I was like, why don't I crack it with the hammer? And you find a different way to do it. And then I did it with the hammer. It worked better than I ever remember it working.
It worked perfectly.
You just cracked it.
It just had a perfect little crack to drink the water out of.
Yeah, I'm really glad we didn't try to do that with a machete.
Yeah,
that would be a
nightmare.
really nightmare.
No, yeah, in fact, the machete has been put away. It's now
Yeah,
the
everything's
machete's
put
back in the
away.
shed. Everything is away except for our fires are still burning. We got some fish cooking. We got some rice cooking,
Yeah.
and I don't know. We'll get some plates. I'm not eating that shit with no plates.
We're going to put the fish in the bucket and then taste it. The only thing
What
I want,
bucket?
the bucket with the rice in it.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
We're just going to dump it in there.
And then eat it with our fingers.
Chef Boyardee, baby.
I think the reality of starting this fire has set in, and now you're just on your whole other plane of cocky existence.
I
You're just
know.
loving
Why
life
did
right
I
now.
I got really cocky and I flew too close to the sun. And that's part of the reason why both of our fish fell into the fire pit. Because that was a bad idea.
All right, great. Okay, well, it's beautiful. Look at downtown LA. It's like sparkling.
Yeah. If we were on an island, we wouldn't be seeing that.
Wow, that's deep, Muriel.
I'd be like,
if
my
we weren't
stomach's
here,
already
we
going
wouldn't see the
crazy.
things that were here.
Stop.
Your stomach's going crazy?
Yeah, already. I think
What
I'm
do
gonna.
you mean? Hungry?
No, I feel like I gave myself food
Oh,
poisoning.
dysentery or whatever they get on those shows. What do they call fecal impaction?
Yeah.
Dinner is served and it looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's a tilapia and some coconut rice. We're trying to be as true to this as we can. So I'm just using chopsticks to take it apart.
Right. Usually they'll make their chopsticks. We're just using skewers, which they don't have as chopsticks.
Right. So it's like repurposed. So that's something. I was just telling Nick about the new season of Alone, which is also very good. I like survival shows.
Yeah, that was very fun. That was our campfire story for the night.
Yes.
As Muriel told me about a man who fought a wolverine and stabbed a bison to death and then made a underground refrigerator to keep the bison away from the wolverines.
Yeah.
And when he won, he hadn't even lost any weight.
No, well, he had lost maybe a little bit, but he was just still like this massive dude. He was like not struggling whatsoever.
Well, there's 1 trillion bones in this tilapia.
Mm-hmm.
So take one bite real quick and let the people know how it tastes, Muriel.
Why don't you do that?
Okay. Are you scared?
Okay.
Not bad.
Really?
Yeah, the rice looks good.
Mm-hmm.
The rice looks kind of perfect. Ooh, that's some good fish. Look at that piece. I had a good that fish was good.
Yeah?
That tasted great. Yeah, eat that piece. I bet you're gonna like it.
Okay. We'll see.
No salt, but that's okay.
I don't know. I never eat anything without salt on it. That's not bad.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Kind of want to get in on that rice. I'm gonna have to put down the recorders though and really make this happen for myself here. Just like that, we're under the starry night.
Oh my God. It's all sirens and explosions.
Yes, there are still lots of fireworks going off in this neighborhood.
It's very jarring when you're outside.
Yeah. It shakes the walls when you're inside, but when you're outside, it just shakes your skin. This is beautiful. I like the net of this tent. You can like see the sky.
Yeah, and the trees and the stars and stuff.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Well, I had a wonderful day with
It
you.
was so much fun. That was crazy fun.
I did things I never thought I could.
I'm proud of you for that too.
We threw all the puzzles in the garbage.
That I don't know that a product has angered me more ever in my life.
Yes, completely non-functional. And we did have an emergency hot dog.
Yeah, we did.
I think all in all, we're still alive. Now we have to wait until morning. So
Yeah.
we'll turn this thing on if anything really crazy happens.
Yeah.
Like a homeless dude comes up and tries to yell at us.
Why would you even say that?
That's all I've been thinking about.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, yeah? Is that why we locked the house, but we're outside?
Yes, that is why. I have the machete close by.
Do you really?
No, but I could go get it.
Well, I don't know. I don't want you to machete anybody.
Well, I'd rather get machete than be macheted, you know? I mean, what? I'd rather... I'm too tired to defend myself.
No, we're just setting ourselves up to have horrible nightmares.
No, I'm here. Protective vibes. We're gonna survive, Muriel. We are survivors.
I hope you have the sweetest night. I'm not going to wear earplugs, and I'm not going to take any Benadryl or anything. I'm going to
Just lay here wide awake all night.
Yeah.
All right.
Protecting it. I mean, I just need to be able to wake up at a drop of a hat.
Yeah. Drop of a hat. Okay. I love you. Sweet
I love you
dreams.
too. Sweet
okay.
dreams.
Good night. Newsflash, this is not camping. I was all peaceful and snuggly. We stopped recording. You just kept talking about how we're just in Los Angeles and there's just rats and raccoons and there was a weird noise. That was undeniably a weird noise. And the cats are attacking us. And, oh my God, is it a raccoon? No, it's a cat.
Is it a cat?
Yeah, it's got to be a cat. And then it just became super obvious that not having the machete was a stupid choice. And then I was like, well,
if having the machete is obviously the right thing to do, then probably going inside is the right thing to do.
Well,
What?
I was against this from the beginning.
Were you?
Yes, I
On
did not want to
record?
do this, fool. I did not want to. The cat's attacking my feet. No, completely on record, not on the podcast. I just said, I don't want to sleep in the backyard. And you were like, we have to sleep in the backyard.
It seemed, you were up
You
for
didn't
it.
even
want
to do it with, you were going to do it without a tent.
Oh, that's true. I was.
I know.
What was I thinking? The thing is I actually thought it was camping, kind of. And now we're lying here, and this is just clearly not camping.
Well, not only is it not camping, we're outside. It's midnight. We're completely lying outside. All we're hearing is sirens, crashes, animal noises, things pawing at the tent and in the garbage can.
As we were
And
going
then
to
the
sleep.
occasional fucking firework.
Yeah, right. Mira was like, just talking about some crazy thing about if homeless people come in and try to steal the tent while we're in it, we'll have to like yell at them. And she like plays out this whole hypothetical. And then she goes, but it probably won't happen. I was like, you think it's going to happen?
All I'm saying is that we like diligently locked up the entire house to
Yeah.
protect it from people robbing it while we're sleeping. Correct?
That's true.
And we're
I know.
choosing to lie outside in a
Okay.
tent with screens as windows.
All right. Well, 100% we're going inside and sleeping inside.
I didn't mean to freak you out, but man,
No.
I feel like
Well, I was laying here and I was like, did you just get me paranoid, or is what you're saying just like the obvious truth?
I mean, I don't think this is pleasant. Yeah, I thought the whole thing was to white knuckle it through the night.
Yeah, but there's like absolutely no reason to do that. If this was camping, then we would just do it. But we're just lying on the ground next to a house.
Yeah, I mean, that was the plan, right?
It was, but it just didn't dawn on me really what we were, the reality of the situation. Okay. Are we going inside? We're going inside.
Yes, I think
Okay.
we got to go inside.
Yeah, we have to go inside. We
Are you-
literally
are
have
we-
to.
Okay, it's okay. We're very close to the door.
No, we're going to get murdered. For sure.
I told you we would. I really.
And your hair still smells like campfire smoke, too.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
We survived. After
Good morning, Nikki. Did you enjoy your sleep in your
I
bed?
loved it so much.
Well, we didn't get murdered, and that is great.
Yes.
The tent didn't get stolen. I was having a lot of panics, I don't know what
Yeah,
that was
right.
about, but I really...
I mean, there's also lots of other things in their yard that could be stolen besides the tent. But for some reason, the tent goes up and you're like, someone's going to steal that tent.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I am just a nervous Nelly.
Well, okay, that might be true, but you kept your cool and you nailed it when push came to shove, okay? If a weapon in your hand, you're hitting the target. A flint rod, whatever it's called, in your hand, you're building the fire. You know what I mean?
If you and I were in Survivor,
Yeah.
I appreciate you gassing me up. But
Yeah.
if you and I were in Survivor, you would beat me hands down. I
Well-
can't really. I mean, I did a lot of things that I'm proud of,
Yeah.
and I did a good job target shooting.
Yeah.
But I'm realizing, like, I'll panic when it comes to puzzles or just give up. And I think I did a amazing job with the fire.
Well, I want to say something about the puzzles. I beat you in like some games. A puzzle, I don't think I can handle. I think I would panic. I think I would be terrible at all the challenges. I would need to train for so long.
I think you'd be really good. I think you would win Survivor.
I think I would be good at the social game for sure. Because even when we're watching and I'm sort of commentating on stuff, I could tell I impress you sometimes.
You
know what I
always
mean?
impress
Yeah.
me. You're a strategic guy. Like,
Yeah.
you're a chess master.
Yeah, Connect 4, baby. So I don't know. I mean, okay. So I'm trying to be honest about who I would vote for, you or me, if I was an outside observer. And I think it would have to be me. Here's why. Here's why. Because I think you had the ultimate prize of building that fire, and that filled you with the joy and satisfaction. But I think on the final tribal, I would be sitting there and people would be like, this guy had his eye on the prize the whole time. He wanted the million. He's after it. We're going to give it to him. Whereas they would see you and be like, this girl just wanted to build a fire.
No, man. You know what I'm going to be? I'm going to be like Suri. If anybody's out there listening who knows what I'm talking about. I think that I would be one of those people that is the most improved. So I could say, I came in here not knowing a lot, but I did some things that I could never do. And I think that I kicked ass. And I think that would also be true. That if it's based on the fire. If you're talking about like overall, like not gameplay, but just like straight up like enthusiasm and like charm.
Well, Suri is one of the greatest social players to ever grace the screen of Survivor. And how many times has she won the million? Donut.
I know, but she became famous because she was kind of like a couch to 5K.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be Suri in her original season.
Okay.
Anyways, I think the one thing that I would take away from this, besides the fact that was hella fun,
so fun,
is that I now, if someone gave me a flint and I was in a place that wasn't too wet, I could make a fire.
Yeah,
and I learned how to do that from watching TV. And that's amazing. I made a fire. It was my first time making a fire solo, period. Like, not like, oh, I make a fire with matches and paper usually, and it's just a dumb little fire. Like, I've never made a fire, but I've watched people make fires on TV like probably 200 times.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm a fucking genius. I thought I could do it. And then I did it. And it's making me feel like maybe I should try other things.
I was going to ask, are there any other things you've been seeing on TV that you feel like you could pull off besides acting?
Not bad. I think given the chance, I might be a really good fisherman, like a handline fisherman.
A handline fisherman?
Yeah. What's your problem?
What's a handline fisherman?
It's like without a pole. Like you're... fishing with a line.
Okay.
Like you're just holding it.
Is that what they call it, or did you just put together words that seemed like they were right?
I don't know. I'm just watching TV, man. I think I could be good at that. And I think I'd be good at building a shelter.
Oh, you do?
I do. I think I'd need some time to do a trial and error.
Yeah.
You know, but if I went to like a survival course and they taught you 3 different types,
you
know,
would
like
learn really fast.
A-frame and a lean-to. I already know there's different styles, and I know like kind of how to like, you know, have a stone fireplace inside, and I kind of know. I know a little bit from watching hella seasons of Alone and Survivor.
When you're good with the tool, just ask that coconut, man.
I bashed that thing.
I know.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
And I think I'd be a good asset in the camp because people don't know how to cook rice and shit. Like, I do think, like, people, that's the thing they fight about. It's like people go and they, like, catch fish and bring it back to camp in Survivor. And then someone's like, I didn't fish, but I'm great at cooking. And then they burn all the fish and people are pissed.
Yeah, right.
And I think I'd be good at like cleaning fish and like.
I wonder if we can get a scholarship to a survival school.
I mean, I just don't know why they would give scholarships.
That's a really good question. Good point.
Yeah, but
you know, I don't know, like some like exchange program, like city podcasters, you know, going out into the country and learning how to do stuff, and then someone could maybe sleep in our, you know, closet and realize that, you know, cities aren't scary or something. That sounds like a scholarship program.
You're thinking of like an exchange program,
sure,
maybe?
Let's go with that. I'm just saying, I think honestly, and I truly believe this, I think you would learn how to do that stuff faster than I would.
Yeah, but you know why?
Why?
Because I watch survival shows for some reason. I just love them so much. I'm like obsessed with watching survival reality shows. I just think they're really interesting, and I argue with them and like watch them. So I think that I'm genuinely going to say, I know it's like TV's not the greatest for people, but I genuinely think it's kind of like reading a book about survival. Like at the end of
Right.
it, I actually have been exposed to like different things. And now I'm like, oh yeah, like literally building that fire was insane. I like knew what kind of material to get and like the different sizes of like kindling and like
Yeah.
why some things needed to be like, why it wasn't working and then how to troubleshoot it. And then my head clicked and I was like, oh, and then you fold the grass back
Yeah.
into itself. And that's how you get your ember in the center. And I was like, oh yeah, so maybe I would know more, but it's not because of some innate knowledge
Right,
or
it's
like
'cause you watch
ability.
TV.
It's just because I'm like watch TV and pretend like I'm that cool.
Well, that doesn't work for everybody. But out of all those people who that doesn't work for, maybe some of them, podcasts work for them. And maybe now someone will listen to this podcast and they will be stranded on a desert island and they will think back to all of the lessons they learned from Muriel building a barbecue in Tom and Sarah's backyard. And because of this podcast, we will save a life.
That's a pretty good wrap up, Nick. Solid, really
I'm a
good.
Podcasting professional, baby.
Oh, no.
Let's do yoga. Let's get fit.
Thank you
for
listening.
Thank you to Lexi and Cole for sending us our Survivor buffs and requesting this episode. Okay, we got to say something. It has been way too long since we've got a review on Apple Podcasts. What the hell is going on?
There are thousands of you listening to this every month. We know.
So write us a stupid review. Give us 5 stars, okay?
We know we're all in this comfortable sort of like, I don't know, routine where we do our thing. We've been
Right.
doing this podcast for 4 years.
Right.
We're all friends. So people are like, I don't need to write them a review. They're doing great.
Write us a review, fool. We're not doing great. We need reviews. We need reviews.
We're doing fine.
We're doing terrible. It's a sinking ship.
If you enjoy this podcast
yes.
and you want to support us, it really does help because it boosts us up in the algorithm. And then we
Yeah.
can start, teaching other people how to build a fire and kicking ass in other directions.
Yes, right. Also, share this episode with anyone in your life that you think would like it. We get it. Hell in Your 30s is a hard sell. Trust us. They're like, oh, well, you should listen to this podcast. It's like these 2 people that just do. What do they do again? And who are they? Why should anyone listen? No one knows the answers to any of that. Just shove this podcast down the throat of someone who you think would like it.
Yeah, who wants a good laugh, little escape.
Yeah, a little risky escape. Or just recommend our murder podcast to them. You know what I mean? Check out Muriel's Murders. It drops every Wednesday.
We're going to be famous.
Other than that, thank you. Take care. We love you. And goodbye.
Hi, Adam Peacock from My Neighbors Are Dead here. Each week on My Neighbors Are Dead, I talk to the tertiary characters real and imagined from your favorite horror films. But this summer, we're doing something different. We are taking you to the northern woods of Michigan, all the way up to Whitlow Lake, to bring you the original tale of the My Neighbors Are Dead Summer Camp Massacre. We're bringing back some fan favorites of the show as we try to piece together, through interviews with survivors, witnesses, and with any luck, the killer Chad himself, we're going to try to piece together exactly what the hell happened up there at Camp Whitlow Lake. It starts June 22nd and it runs all summer long. That's the My Neighbors Are Dead Summer Camp Massacre. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.
Campfire.